today's Feldenkrais lesson, you will learn how to reduce neck and back pain and how to make your ribs more flexible and side bending easier. Please prepare a folded towel that you can put under your head, find a comfortable space on the floor, hit the subscribe button and enjoy the lesson. Please lie down on your back. Sense the overall contact that you're making with the floor. And in particular, sense the distance from your left shoulder to your left heel. And then compare to the distance from your right shoulder to your right heel. Does one side feel longer than the other one? Notice how you're breathing. Do you breathe more air into one side of the chest? And then gently start to roll your head to one side and then to the other side. And notice, can your head roll easier to one side? Bring it to a stop. And then please roll onto your left side. Bring the folded towel under your head so you can rest comfortably. And draw up your knees. So your legs are making a 90-degree angle in relation to your belly. And the knees can also be bent at a 90-degree angle. So you can rest comfortably on the side. And first of all, just find a comfortable position for your arms. Now please wrap your right arm around your head. So the right hand is close to your left temple and the head is kind of resting in the hand. And the elbow is pointing towards the ceiling. Now slowly lift your head away from the ground with the help of your right hand and arm, and then bring it back down again. And repeat this movement a few times. So you just lift the head a tiny amount and bring it back onto the towel again. And while repeating this movement a few times, notice where can you reduce the effort. Is your face soft? Can you breathe freely while doing the movement? Are your lips gently touching? And also, is your neck soft? If we look at this particular movement, the neck can actually be passive. So it's the arm and the hand that are lifting the head, and the neck muscles don't really have to engage in that movement. Usually when we lift the head, we would do it from the neck muscles. But in this lesson we want to learn how the rest of ourselves can help us doing this particular movement. So once in a while, make sure that your neck is relaxed and it's not engaged too much. And always take a short rest when you bring the head back onto the towel again. Now take a short break. You can bring your right arm into a comfortable position. And while taking a break, I want you to think about your right shoulder and about the direction that your shoulder is moving when you lift the head with the help of your right hand. Think of your right shoulder as going towards the right hip. And we want to try this out now. So please wrap your right arm around your head again, so your head can rest in the right hand. And now initiate the movement of lifting your head from your shoulder. So please think about directing your shoulder towards the hip. And this movement will also lead to your right arm engaging, and eventually your head will lift off the ground. And then bring your head back down again. And repeat this movement a few times. And all the while, think about what the right shoulder is doing. In addition to that, I also want you to pay attention to your breath. For most people, it will be easier to breathe out when lifting the head. So when you move your shoulder towards the right hip, you can think about breathing out, making the ribs soft, and allowing your chest to fold on the right side every time you lift the head. So repeat the movement a few times, and every time you lift the head, you breathe out, and when you bring the head back down, you breathe in. And then take another break. Bring your right arm into a comfortable position and let your head rest on the towel. Now bring your awareness to your right foot and in general to your right leg. So this is the leg that is on top. I would like you to lift your right foot and actually the right lower leg towards the ceiling and then bring it back down to rest on the other leg again. And I want the knees to stay together. So every time you lift the foot and the lower leg towards the ceiling, make sure to leave the knees together. So the knees are resting on one another. It's just the lower leg lifting towards the ceiling. And repeat this movement a few times and notice how your hip reacts to that movement. So every time you lift the lower leg towards the ceiling, the upper leg will kind of rotate, and this movement will also travel through the hip. And again, keep breathing while doing the movement. And allow your face to be soft. Now please wrap your right arm around your head again and then repeat both movements at the same time. So you lift your head and at the same time you lift your lower leg towards the ceiling. And then you bring both of them down at the same time again. First of all, just try to coordinate the movements. So we want both movements to be equally small and equally slow. And we want both movements to start and end at the same time. Think about your right shoulder moving towards your right hip. And as you're lifting the lower leg at the same time now, also think about your right hip moving towards the right shoulder. Breathe out as you lift your head and your leg. Allow the ribs to get soft on the right side. And notice how they are folding together. You can think about an accordion. So when you lift the head and the lower leg, you fold like an accordion. You breathe out, you allow the ribs to be soft, and then you bring the leg and the head back onto the ground again. Again, keep the face soft, the lips are gently touching. Breathe out when you do the movement. And also allow your leg to be free. And then bring the movement to a stop again. And now please remove the towel from underneath your head and rest on your back. And while resting on your back, sense your two sides again. Sense the distance from your left shoulder to your left heel and compare to the distance from your right shoulder to your right heel. Has anything changed compared to the beginning of the lesson? Sense your breathing. And is the breathing different on one side? And finally, roll your head to one side and then to the other side. And notice, can the head roll easier to one side now? If you want to, you can watch the whole video again and do the movements on the other side. Also make sure to take some time to walk around in your room to integrate the experiences of this lesson. Thank you very much for listening. And if you enjoyed the session, don't forget to leave a like on this video.